Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you guys are new here, welcome. And today I have another treat for you guys. I'm going to be sitting down with founding overall mother Aaliyah Dumure Versailles, where we're going to talk about her experience on the show, the contestants, the houses, the drama, and even the judges and everything in between. And if you want to watch the full reactions and full episodes of the season, definitely check out my Patreon, which is going to be linked down in the description box below, so make sure you guys go check that out, as well as my website, which is also going to be linked down in the description box below, so you guys can purchase some really cute merch where I am legendary, so you can rep your legendary selves, as well as one of these hoodies, My Pronouns Pay Me, which is going to be also on my website. Also give this video a thumbs up, because a thumbs up goes a very long way, you guys. If you guys want to check out my other interviews, I'm going to link it up at the top corner somewhere, so you can check out interviews that I've done with past contestants on the show from seasons 1 to 3. So they're very interesting, and just their take on their experiences as well. And without further ado, I present to you founding overall mother Aaliyah Dumure Versailles. Thank you so much for coming onto my platform, founding overall mother Aaliyah Dumure Versailles. Again, thank you so much, babe.
This is a pleasure. I was looking forward to this for a while. As soon as you asked me, I was like, oh, definitely, it's Nadia. How can I say no?
Thank you, babe. Thank you. So I know you got a lot to do because you're traveling. You're going, what are you going to Miami? Literally in a couple hours?
To Miami, to the big sizzle shindig,
So yeah,
act the fool on the beach.
I know you got to get ready for that. So let's just get straight to this interview. So the first question I wanted to ask you was, how did your house become on Legendary?
Well, it was the kids. The kids, they really wanted to do it. So I said, at first I said no, because they tried to get us on for season 1. They wanted us to debut the house on season 1. And I said, absolutely not. But then season 2 came around. I felt like, we was a little bit more prepared to do so. So I, agreed to do it with the kids. We auditioned, and, I submitted 10 of my top kids, and we got on. So, out of many that auditioned to get on, we actually got on.
Got you. And then just piggybacking off of that question, that answer that you said, that you didn't want to debut your house in the first season because, it was so new. We noticed that there are houses that are actually debuting their houses on a season. Do you think for future houses, do you think that's a good idea to debut your house on national television or not?
I don't think it's a good idea because, for one, if it's a new house, 9 times out of 10 is new people. You don't really know each other well. You don't know how you're gonna mesh. You don't know what can collide on national television. So no, I don't think that's a great idea at all. Because you just don't know who you're dealing with, really.
Next question I wanted to ask you was, you picking your house members that you thought would be great on the show. For future parents that are going to be bringing their kids on the show, what type of house kids should you lean towards picking?
For me, my thought process was picking people who I knew carried themselves well. People who were well groomed, well mannered. I also would pick people who are all around individuals, all around femme queen, all around drag queen, all around butch queen. Somebody who can do whatever, walk face, Vogue if need be, do runway if need be. Whatever the case, you need to be able to do everything to be on Legendary. So that's how my thought process was. I was making sure that I picked people that, no matter who we sent out, can handle the task.
Right. Okay. Your guys' house on the show was short-lived, unfortunately. Do you think that from what they showed from your house, do you think they did a good job at what they presented?
It was things that were cut out, so it was a lot cut out, even from interview to, the actual performance. It was things that we did that could have actually highlighted us in a better light. Even though after seeing it, I thought, being that we did go home so fast, I was like, we must have been, the absolute worst for them to tear us apart like they did. But after seeing it, I'm actually okay with it. I'm pleased with it. We gave it our all, and it is what it is, for real. I mean, because I know we are talented, we are real ballroom.
Yes.
We're not one of the houses that came on and they, looked at us as a kiki.
Yeah.
We were a threat, without a doubt about it. From the interview on down, we carried ourselves well. We looked great, and I really wouldn't have changed anything about it.
My next question is, do you think that you guys displayed all 5 elements of Vogue during Grand March?
Absolutely. We absolutely did every single element. Again, things were cut out. So they showed what they wanted they wanted the public to see, because we definitely did all 5 elements. It was, without a doubt, one of my main focuses. I was like, I'll let you guys do your own thing, but make sure we do the task at hand.
Right. And then what do you say to, when you're saying make sure you do the task at hand, what do you say to the judges that are voting and they know that they didn't do the task at hand but still gave a perfect score or a very, very high score?
My thing is, again, it is what it is. I feel though that, no matter what we did, we could have been spinning on our noses and we was going home. So, if that makes any sense to you.
Okay. And that was a piggyback question. So with you saying that, do you think that this season and previous seasons before, but particularly your season, do you think that it's already favoritism or they know who they want to go to the end?
It's a possibility.
Okay. If so, who do you think that they think would go to the end?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. One word to describe each house on Legendary. First thing that you think of, first thing just pops in your head. You can just say how you feel about it or what, their house gives. So, first house, LaBeija.
Classic.
Okay. Wait. We're talking about the house on the show.
Okay.
We're talking about that because LaBeija is old.
So the house on the show, I'm gonna base it off of
Legendary season 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna base it off the first episode.
Okay.
The first word, the first word that comes to my mind, impressive.
Okay, good job. So next house, Alpha Omega.
Sexy.
Revlon.
Very talented.
Machiavelli.
Banshee.
Okay. Yoji Yamamoto.
A threat.
Okay. Juicy Couture.
The future.
Okay. Alan Minkley.
Meekly. Looking back. Potential.
Okay. Ada.
The word I would use for Ada. Dancy.
Okay. Light.
Light. Inspiring.
Okay. And last but not least, of course, Dumure Versailles.
Exquisite.
Perfect. So, with you guys being on the show, which house to you wasn't welcoming or wasn't pleasant?
The house that wasn't welcoming to me the most, which is really weird because I really care for them a lot, was the House of Juicy.
Okay, got you. And why do you think? Do you think it's because they were Do you think it's because they were in the, because everyone, when you walk balls, me and you both know that everyone's in their ballroom mode, and sometimes people don't get out of the ballroom mode.
Yeah. See, I like even when I'm in my ballroom mode, I'm still me no matter
You
what.
are.
So
You
I
are.
feel, I feel, that it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
If when you are when it's a safer, I'm just only going to speak for somebody like me who I mentor everybody, in my house or not.
Yeah.
If I see you and I think you're doing great, I always give, your big ups, whatever the case may be. I always speak no matter what. You can hate me and I'm still going to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm giving off that energy of, what I give, and I feel like I'm being shaded for whatever reason, I just think that's, I don't like that. So, and I was kind of disappointed with them with that, because they, these are people who I speak to on a regular basis at ballroom, at balls and stuff like that. So I was kind of disappointed with some of them,
Okay.
But other than that, I paid it after a while because I saw what it was.
Right, exactly. And I just want to just attest to you being that type of person. From the time I've known you, I think you've always been so positive. And me watching you being with other people too, I noticed that you're very like a positive person. So I can agree with that. I can agree with that. So next question was, what do you think of Keke Palmer replacing Megan Thee Stallion?
Why?
Why?
Like,
okay.
I mean, I think Megan was doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Some people didn't think that she was doing a great job because, she's not ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she actually fitted the criteria of what was needed there. It gave something different. I think her attitude was just enough. I didn't feel like it was fake or phony. She spoke her mind and she gave good input.
Okay. And that was Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
Okay. And then with Keke, do you think she speaks her mind and gives really good input?
I think she does give good input, but I also feel as though it's premeditated.
It's premeditated. Okay. And then on a scale of 1 through 10, if you would have to judge her on her voting and her experience as a judge, what would you give her?
I'll give her a 7.
You give her a 7? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now as far as your house being on the show, do you feel like you were done wrong as far as the last battle?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, Naomi said it herself, Cotton, you vote better.
Mm-hmm.
But his energy was more like, this is a vote competition.
Yeah, because
So yes, absolutely.
You and Otto were last battle. You felt like you guys did better as far as performance, but their energy was more. And do you not think that's a valid reason for them to give you the boot like that?
After reviewing it and looking at it several times over, Ada definitely gave some great energy, but at the end of the day, this is ballroom, mm-hmm. and Cotton vote a hole in them. So
right, and then does editing cut out a lot of what we see?
Absolutely.
Okay, got you. So that kind of plays a part into why you say certain things, and then when viewers are watching the show, we're kind of like, okay, we're trying to see mm-hmm. what you know what I'm saying. So I can now see why. Okay, got you.
Because it was definitely like some of the stuff that was in the performance, that we did. Like people couldn't really understand our storyline because you're not seeing the whole performance. So it kind of looks like, what's going on here? It's all over the place.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the. I mean, it looked visually beautiful, but if you're not seeing the whole performance, it's kind of choppy. So you're like, what is this?
Yes.
But being that I know what we was doing, so when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, they didn't see it all, but it still looks good.
Okay. And then And then as far as you're saying visually it looks good, with the judges stating some opinions on what they think about how you guys presented yourself and what you guys were wearing, did you guys have a budget, and how did you guys come up with the looks?
Yes, we had a budget.
Okay.
Not so I came out of pocket a lot for that Grand March. I'm still in debt for the look. Yeah. I'm not going to get into the numbers, whatever
Right.
case may be, but it wasn't a lot. And, you know, they said they didn't understand it, but they didn't ask either.
Okay.
Production knew what it was, you know.
Got you. Okay.
I feel like, you know, if you didn't understand something, I think, because they asked us about our, about everything in advance, you know, what the inspiration is. I feel like judges should have been briefed beforehand. You know, if you didn't understand something, that means it's something that you guys didn't do on your part, you know, because you guys asked us several times, what's the inspiration, you know, what's the storyline? So for them to say they don't get it, that means somebody didn't translate, you know, somebody didn't do their part.
Got you. Now, as far as, you know, you're saying that they should have translated it in production and stuff, should have told the judges. So with that being said, with Legendary, overall in your experience, and for people that are working on Legendary that are going to watch this with production for season 4, if there is a season 4, what do you think they need to do to create a better show?
I don't think it's a case of creating a better show, because we definitely had a great experience. You know, like they treated, like for the most part. I mean, we knew what we were getting into before we got there. So I think we got exactly what we came there for. You know, we knew what we were getting into. We didn't have any, you know, like bad experience. You know, we just got sent home. So that was the bad experience for us.
Okay, so there's nothing that Legendary can, not because you guys had a bad experience or they did you wrong, but just for Legendary as a whole, like the show, there's nothing that they could do for the show, how they format, how they do this, how they do that. There's nothing that they can tweak to make it better, or like you just said, everything is fine.
I just think it's all about communication. You know, and I think have things been communicated a little bit better, you know, and the show would have read better.
Read better. Okay, got you. And lastly, my question to you is, with starting a house, because you're a founder of your own house, what would you say to future parents out there to want to start a house? What would you tell them?
Run. It's a lot of work, you know, like it's 24/7, you know. It's not, I'm gonna start this and I can go about my business. No, it's constant, you know. It's like, this is your baby and you have to nurture it. You know, and then when you don't, it will fall apart like this. So it's like, you have to always stay on top of it. Like, you have to balance your personal life, your business, and then this is your second business, you know? So it's a lot of work. You know, you can't just assume it's just going to happen. You have to make it happen.
Right. Okay. And I'm big on putting stuff into fruition. I'm big on making stuff happen in our lives and saying it and speaking it out loud. What do you want to manifest into your life that's coming up? It can be anything that you want to do, future projects, working on stuff, even for your house or whatever. What would you say to that? Because you never know who's listening.
I'm just going to sum it up and say everything that I've been praying for, I want it to happen as soon as possible. Okay. Just put
it out there, right?
Yep.
So, whatever those things are, I hope that they happen. From what I know about you, you are a very humble, nice individual, and you keep it real and you keep it your honest thoughts without being rude. So thank you for giving to our community and pouring into our community, and just really being like a really good, solid podium for our community in the ballroom scene. And yes, thank you for coming on. I totally appreciate it. Thank you for being honest and sharing your thoughts and opinions.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, yes, yes. And good luck, babe. Mwah. Okay, you guys, so that is the end of my interview with founding overall mother Aaliyah Dumure Versailles. What can I say? Aaliyah is just a very kind and sweet and nice, and she just exudes that. And honestly, there's very rare people that are actually like that in real life as well. So what you see is literally what you get with Aaliyah. I hope everything comes into fruition in her life. The things that she prayed for, things that she wants to do, hopefully they all transpire and just really comes into fruition. And as well as support her, I'm going to link all of her social medias down in the description box below, so make sure you guys go check that out. Support her, follow her, like her. And if you guys want to watch my past interviews, definitely check out my playlist, which is going to be at the top corner, so you can watch my interviews with past contestants on the show from seasons 1 and 3, as well as hit up my Patreon, which is going to be linked down in the description box as well, where you can watch the full reactions as well as watch the full episodes of the season, and hit up my website where you can purchase some cute merch where I am legendary, so you can represent your legendary selves, or buy one of these My Pronouns Pay Me hoodies, and so you can look fabulous and let people know you're about your business. And please give this video a thumbs up, because a thumbs up goes a very long way. So like always, life is your vision. It is whatever you make it, as long as you make it freaking fabulous. Until the next one, you guys. Bye.